Welcome to the Advanced Outlander Founders Edition tutorial. This is a multi-role class. You farm resources and building materials to assist the constructor with building and trapping. If a llama pod kiosk is blocking the way of building near the objective, it is your responsibility to activate and remove them so defense construction can continue. If you need to farm ahead of time, use the farmer loadout I have prepared on the channel. In the multi-role function this class plays, you use a tactical combat Outlander loadout, such as the iconic 3 Willow loadouts I have prepared, this original one, Armored Willow right here, and lastly, my iconic Red Willow launcher spamming mech loadout right here. You farm, build, help trap, upgrade, and fulfill a tactical combat role and aggressively defend the objective and complete objectives for the mission you are in. Phase shift can be used for dodging as well as dive bombing, which will both be demonstrated later in the video in gameplay. The equipment shown in this tutorial is what I recommend for more aggressive play. This rapid fire crit build browbeater with 1 crit rating, 1 crit damage, physical, and 2 fire rates, along with the damage buff, allows for a more DPS-oriented aggression in which you can more rapidly fire off this shotgun and still deal a great amount of damage. This is a brand new version I have created specifically for this tutorial and a more aggressive application. It has a fire rate and a magazine size. I also made it physical, and it also has a critical rating and a crit damage, and standing in place for 2 seconds grants 17% damage versus miss monsters, 2 crit damages, a crit rating of damage, and make it physical. And if you have a core reperk, you can change it to each shot fired grants 1.8 critical rating for 1 second, stacks up to 15 times. So the bonus will roll. You just need to give it a little time for it to ramp up, and then those crits will start rolling. And over here we have the Founder's Drum Roll. If you are a founder, then you'll likely have this weapon. But what a lot of people don't know is that you can actually put 2 fire rates on it, and then you stack everything together with physical, magazine size, and a damage perk buff. Because if you look down at the 6th perk, every 10th round fired increases weapon damage by 15%, stacking up to 4 times. Reloading removes the effect. So in order to maximize that bonus, it needs to be perked this way. It is a base damage weapon. It's not designed for crit builds, it's designed for DPS and fire rate. This one is the crit DPS version of the pot shot launcher. Crit damage, crit rating, reload speed, physical, and damage to miss monsters and bosses, and by default, standing in place grants damage. As for melees, I would recommend the fishing hook as one of 3 melees that will be covered here. Critical rating, crit damage, physical, and damage to miss monsters and bosses. Critical hits with this weapon cause an explosion. On top of all that, this melee weapon also swings in a wide arc, which is similar to the Nightfall Spear, which I'm going to cover right now. Eliminating an enemy with this weapon reduces your current health by 8% and deals 26 to 151 base damage based on the percentage of your missing health. Just throw a crit build on this like I have, 2 crit damages, a crit rating, physical, and make it adds up to 80% bonus damage based on the percentage of your missing health. This does great with original Willow, which is what she was originally designed for, black metal weapons, and it works equally as well with Armored Willow. My third recommendation for a melee weapon, which has now become a staple in a lot of loadouts, is the Armageddon Axe, and for good reason. It has an attack speed of 0.8 seconds. You can throw a crit damage, a crit rating on it, give it a heavy attack energy efficiency because the heavy attack has a chance to crit explode with each swing too, and it swings twice in the heavy attack. It's by default energy, you can't change that. Give it damage to miss monsters and bosses, and critical hits with this weapon cause an explosion.